It's also very interesting how that sort of translates into the iconography of the place, the civilization. You spoke about some of the seals, etc. And there's a very interesting passage in the book about the unicorn seals. You also talked about
Yes.
some of the other iconography in terms of what symbolizes stars, what symbolizes Pashupati. But maybe if you can tell us a little bit, are the unicorns here in any way similar to the startup unicorns we talk about now?
So when people use the word unicorn, they are really uh, in their mind, there's the Christian imagery of a horse with a single horn. So that's the word unicorn. It's a mistranslation of a biblical term, and became a hit because in the medieval period, the idea of the unicorn being attracted to the virgin, innocent girl became very, very popular, and it became a symbol of Christianity. But when in India, the word was Ekashringa, and Ekashringa, many people believe referred to the rhinoceros, but we are not really sure. I mean, rhinoceros does have a single horn, but if you look at the unicorn symbol in Harappa, some people think it is a two-dimensional images of bison, a gore, but it's not so because you've actually found figurines with one horn. So this is a mythical creature. Now the local communities seem to use wild animals like a rhinoceros, elephant to represent themselves. But when they had to work together, they needed a symbol that everybody could agree upon. And they couldn't agree upon a natural animal which they could see around them. So they came up with a mythical animal, one with a single horn. And that sort of became like the team that ensures collaboration and resolves disputes between different communities. And this seal is 80% of the Harappan seals has this image. It's some people suggest it's a bureaucracy. I believe that these, I mean, I'm hypothesizing that these were regulators, of course, of the business. They were managing and creating the standardized patterns that you find across the civilization. But they got their power not through violence, but through non-violence. Now, what does that mean? These were people who were monks. These were people whose power came by renouncing wealth and power. So people believed that these monks, these were sort of, even today we believe monks, because they wear orange clothes, are supernatural, and then they're simple and they're fair and they're honest and they're connected to the divine, and everybody sort of follows the celibate monk. And I think in Harappa too, there were these celibate monks, maybe successful businessmen at a height of their career, give up their businesses and get participate in a kind of a collective ecosystem of hermit regulators. And I think the unicorn was their seal and symbol, and they sort of helped people because the Harappan script is very used in business financial documentation, in all probability. That's the direction in which the scholars are going. And I think regulating such a business can either happen violently with a forceful feudal royal authority, or non-violently, as it has always happened in India, through monastic systems. So the Jain business community, the Buddhist Jain business communities were controlled, managed, regulated, inspired by monks, and who would also manage banking, settle disputes, enable negotiations, create networks. And I believe in the Harappan period, something like this also existed, represented by the unicorn. So, unicorn today means someone who will make a lot of money for himself. I think the Harappan unicorn was someone who enabled others to make money. So, it's far more spiritual than the greedy things that we nowadays call ambition.